Hi, first I am going to say that if you hear a bunch of noises, we live in our motorhome as we travel the nation for GPS Hope, Grieving Parents Sharing Hope. So you get to hear whatever I hear. So I apologize if you hear noises in the background during this video. I hope it's not too distracting. Let's go ahead and get into this. I received two separate emails from the same mom. They were a couple weeks apart dealing with the same issue, and it's something that I hear from quite a few of you. So I want to talk about it. I took one sentence from one email and one sentence from the other. And Jennifer says, I feel tremendous and overwhelming guilt that somehow myself or his father could have saved my son. The constant questions of what ifs or was there something I could have done different to save him is the hardest thing to live. And my answer to this is usually pretty simple and straightforward. And that is no. If there was anything more you could have done, you would have done it. There was a man named Jerry Sitzer who lost his mom and his wife and a 4-year-old daughter in a car accident. There was a drunk driver that crossed the center line, and he dealt with these what ifs and tormenting himself with the questions quite a lot, understandably. Things like, what if I hadn't insisted when I did that it was time to leave? What if I had lingered a little bit longer at a couple of the stop signs on the way out? And these kinds of questions, we just torment ourselves with them as if what happened to our child was our fault. And looking back, we think we should have somehow known so that we could have intervened in some way or done more than what we were doing. The thing is, we don't like not having control of our lives here on earth. We don't like the fact that we can't see our future and be able to alter it or change it in some way, especially in this issue of the death of our child. But if we were able to do this, this is just a thought now. We have no idea what other path it would have led us on. If we could know what was in our future and we could do things to avoid it, we don't know where that would take us. And it could do even more damage or bring more harm or more tragedy than we realized, or our child could have just died on a different day in a different way. We just don't know those things. And that's part of it. We don't like not knowing. But the thing is, we don't know what we don't know. And punishing ourselves by living in regrets and tormenting ourselves with the what ifs, it doesn't bring our child back. It doesn't change the past. Like I said, what happened, happened. But it does change our future, whether or not we decide to just live in a shell waiting to die as we continue to torment ourselves with these things, or do we decide to figure out how to live out the rest of our lives in a way that honors our child and that shows the rest of our family that our child who died isn't the only person who is important to us. And that's critical to do because so many of our other children or our spouse, they get the message that the child who died is the only person who's important to us. And so it's important to find ways to live so that that isn't the message that those around us receive. We all go through regrets and question ourselves and torment ourselves after the death of our child, wondering if we could have done more or missed something we should have seen. And like I said, the answer is no, because you would have. I hope what I have just shared can help you give a change in your perspective that will allow you to release yourself from some of this guilt, to be able to navigate toward hope and light and even meaning and purpose again. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to see you down below in the comments under this YouTube video. Just write the words, I release myself, or maybe I will work toward releasing myself. Maybe I have released myself. And one reason I want you to do this is because we can encourage each other. If this is something that you want to work toward, and we see that other parents are working towards it too, or that they have released themselves, then it helps us to realize maybe I can get past this. Maybe I can release myself from the guilt of the what ifs and should haves. Please be sure to share this video if you found it helpful. Give it a thumbs up, a like, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any new videos that will be coming out. And one last thing, if you would like to spend some time hanging out with parents who are on this same unwanted journey and you like tropical places, I would love to have you join us on a cruise. GPS Hope is going to have several sessions on a grief cruise in December of 2021. To find out more about it, just go to gpshope.org/cruise. And if you're watching this later and that time has already gone by, go ahead and go to that link, because we're hoping this will be an ongoing thing and you might be able to catch us on a different cruise. I am Laura Diehl, author, speaker, and grief mentor. If you haven't already, please connect with us on our website, gpshope.org, and I'll see you in the next video.